Not yet. I clung to Sebastian's hand, desperately wanting to believe he was becoming human once more. I wanted to believe the cure Donovan forced on him would do what it should and bring him back to me. But his trembling muscles under my hands, the flicker of eyelids that gave me only brief glimpses into yellowed irises, they stole what hope I had. For 4 days, Sebastian had lain on the gurney, his every move, every twitch and pulse of his heart monitored. I was not much less scrutinized. My blood was still taken at intervals, as was my urine and even spit once. Lucy or Winston, Donovan's henchmen, were always with me, always watching to make sure I behaved. Or maybe they were trying to see if I would attempt an escape without Sebastian. The cure they'd given him sat on the counter in front of me, tagged with Sebastian's name, the date of his injection, and the numbering NM143. Did that mean this was the 143rd attempt at a cure? My guts clenched at the thought, and the hope I'd been clinging to shriveled further. Lucy stuck her head through the doorway. Her eyes were bagged, and dark circles ran in a heavy swoop under both. Missy lifted her head from under Bastian's table, but didn't growl. She'd taken a liking to Lucy. The nurse let out a sigh. I don't know why you even bother to stay here. I'd let you go if you want. I'll even cover for you. I turned to stare at her, unable to form words at first. You do that? Why? She shook her head. The sooner he, I was sure she meant Donovan, realizes there is no coming back from Nevermore, the better. The sooner he can move on. Meaning she could move on. She loved the man who'd created the Nevermore drug, even while he pined for his yet-living monster wife Juliana, who also happened to be held captive by her husband. The only problem was Juliana would kill him, given the chance. His love for her drove him to desperate measures, such as locking up Sebastian and me and using us as test subjects for a potential cure. I tightened my hold on Sebastian's hand as though Lucy were physically trying to pull me away. I can't leave him. Besides, it's not like I can just walk out of the compound. I'd be shot, you know that. I didn't bother to look at her while I spoke. I sat in my chair and continued to watch Bastian for any signs of movement, other than the muscle tremors. The scent of antiseptic and sickness hung heavy in the air, clinging to the back of my throat. Listen. She paused and took a deep breath, and I finally looked up at her. She gave me a weak smile. You aren't safe here. Donovan's losing his mind, and it's going faster every day. She choked up, and her eyes sparkled with unshed tears. I love him. I do. But even I know when to leave. Now is that time, Mara. You can't save your husband any more than I can save Donovan. They're both sick, just with different diseases. Neither can be cured. Lucy bent down to me, her face full of concern, absently scratching Missy behind the ear. Winston is putting it all together. The rest of us are going to make a run for it. And if you're still here, you'll take the brunt of Donovan's anger. You don't want that. He's got things rigged, Mara. Bad things, from what Winston has said. She looked over her shoulder into the hallway and then at me, as if she expected someone to sneak up on her. She slid all the way through the door and closed it behind her. Trust me, Donovan, I didn't realize how deep his plans ran until Winston told me. Her voice lowered into a barely audible whisper. He has the whole area set up with explosives, Mara. A last resort if Vincent showed up is what Winston said. But if Donovan realizes he can't save Juliana, I know him. I know what he'll do. I understood what she was saying. If Donovan couldn't have his wife with him, he didn't want to live without her, and he would take as many people with him as he could. I swallowed the spurt of fear that raced up my throat. I can't leave him, not when there's a chance he could pull through. I tightened my hold.